Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. First of all, the lighting, I use natural lighting and it is a really nice day out. And the sun does rise in the front of my house, but for some reason it is not too bright. It is pretty early in the morning. It's about 10 o'clock. The boys are at school. So the lighting is just a little dim. So I hope you guys don't mind that. But for today's video, I'm sitting down and I'm going to be reacting to some assumptions that you guys have sent in about me, my life, motherhood, twin motherhood, the boys, my relationship, all that kind of stuff. I actually filmed one of these videos well over a year ago now at this point. I think I still had like my long, super blonde hair. I probably should have watched that one back to make sure that I'm not repeating myself, but I didn't. So let's just hope that a lot of these assumptions aren't the same as the ones in that video. I will link that video up here if you guys missed it. If you guys want to go back and see some more assumptions that you have about me, if you want to go see me with my long blonde hair, I feel like I look like such a different person with my short brown hair and I've really been loving it. The only thing is I look very pale. I have not self-tanned in quite some time and the dark hair definitely makes you look more ghostly and pale, but I love it. It's okay. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen my first assumptions video, I will link it up here for you guys to watch. If you guys are curious, you can go watch that one first or watch this one, then go watch that one. But I will link it for you guys. And for today, like I said, I'm just going to be reacting to and kind of answering some assumptions you guys have sent in over on Instagram. I was going to film this as an extra video. If you guys follow me over on Instagram, you would have heard all of this. But I was going to film this video as an extra video, get it up for you guys this past weekend since Harris was out of town, but I just didn't have the energy to film an extra video. And then this week I didn't wind up vlogging anything. I actually was going to vlog yesterday. Quick side note rant, I had to go to the endocrinologist yesterday. If you guys are like familiar with my whole thyroid saga, I vlogged a bunch about it probably over a year ago now too. I went yesterday and had to get a biopsy on a cyst that I have on my thyroid, and I was going to vlog yesterday, but I woke up, it was a crappy day yesterday. I wasn't in the best mood and we really weren't doing anything outside of my thyroid appointment. So I just decided not to pick up the camera. So I thought today, while the boys are at school, I would sit down and film an assumptions video. So a very long-winded introduction. I have my coffee here. I have my computer here with all of the assumptions that you guys have sent in about me and my life, and I'm going to sit and answer and react to them. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And with that being said, let's jump right into it. Okay. I got some pretty good ones. Some that I don't think I've ever addressed or answered before. And it's so interesting filming these videos, seeing the kind of things that you guys assume about my life in like the 10 to 20 minutes you see of me twice a week over on YouTube, and then whatever you see of me over on Instagram as well. It's just so interesting to see what you guys assume about my life. So we're going to jump right in, and I'm going to start with a very hard-hitting one. And someone said, I assume you're pregnant and you're waiting to announce it. Now, sadly, I am not currently pregnant. When I planned on filming this the first time, I was gonna do it while I had my wine at night, and it was gonna be like a funny little, I'm drinking wine, yada yada. But here we are sitting and having coffee filming this video. But I am not pregnant. I definitely wish I was. I am at a point now with the boys turning 3 in January that I have such an itch to be pregnant and have another baby. Harris and I only want one more baby, so it'll be our last one. And I'm just itching to experience a pregnancy again and a labor and delivery. I've been obsessed with watching labor and delivery vlogs lately because I just want to relive that. I really enjoyed my labor and delivery with the boys. The pregnancy, I have to say, I definitely enjoyed most of it. Towards the end, it was a little difficult and painful, but for a majority of my pregnancy, I really enjoyed it. And so I'm really itching to experience that again and hopefully have just one next time and experience what a singleton pregnancy and labor and delivery looks like. So sadly, I am not pregnant. I'm not waiting to announce anything. Once I find out I'm pregnant, you guys will hear in due time. But yeah, Harris and I have discussed that next year is going to be when we're going to start trying. So definitely stay tuned for that. The next one, pretty hard hitting as well. I assume you wish you didn't have twins. Now this is interesting. I wouldn't say I wish I didn't have twins. I definitely wish I would have known how different and difficult multiple parenthood is. Now, like I said, if you guys are unfamiliar, I have twin boys, twin sons, and they're my first set of twins, my first babies ever. So I have nothing to base twin parenthood off of. I've never experienced a singleton pregnancy, labor, delivery, childhood, anything. So I have nothing to base having twins off of. But I definitely wish I would have kind of researched more on how difficult twin parenthood is. It's just navigating two toddlers at the same time and really figuring out like a schedule and everything. I've definitely adapted to it, and I would say it's going pretty well being a parent to twins. But I am very grateful that I have the boys. I definitely don't wish I didn't have them, but I wish I would have, you know, known just how different twins are and how difficult it could be compared to just having one, because when I got pregnant, never in a million years did I expect that I'd be having twins. So I was blindsided, as well as Harris and both our families and everything, because in both of our families, neither of us, like neither side has twins, so we're the first ones. So it was just so different for all of us to experience. So yeah, I definitely don't wish I didn't have them, but I do wish I knew a little bit more of what went into it. I definitely wish like someone in my family had twins or friends I knew had twins, so I would have something to base it off of. But all my friends and family members all just have or had one baby at a time. So it's definitely been different than them, but I definitely don't wish I didn't have them because I love it. Next assumption is I assume you want a girl next, which is pretty true. Now, I explained to my friends that I love being a boy mom. I don't think I would be disappointed if I had a boy again because I love being a boy mom, but I would love to have a girl. Whereas if I had twin girls first, I would be a little disappointed not having a boy because I just love being a boy mom, if that makes sense. So I definitely really want a girl next so that I can experience that and I can have a daughter and just have, you know, the experience of having a little girl, because I already have two little boys. But I wouldn't be disappointed if I didn't have a girl because I love being a boy mom, if that makes sense. My next assumption is I assume you're single, which I've addressed this a bunch. I always get questions about this. This and marriage. Someone said, I assume marriage will help you be more settled. I assume you want to be married. I got that a few times, which first off, I'm not single. I've been with Harris for 6.5 years now. He is the father of the boys. We live together, all that kind of stuff. You guys just don't see him because he's at work during the day when I vlog during the week. And then on the weekends, he just personally doesn't really want to be on camera. So I've never really forced it on him. You definitely can go back and find vlogs that he's in because we've been together and like been doing things, especially when I used to come home on the weekends from school and stay with him. He was in those vlogs a lot because the entire weekend we'd be doing stuff together. But now you guys see me vlog all the time and he's usually at work or he's around the house just like behind the camera and you guys don't see him. So I'm not single. And as for marriage, I do wish Harris and I would get married. I tell him all the time and he definitely sees it in our future. Like he wants to be married too. He just doesn't think that there's a sense of urgency for it. We already live together. We already have kids together. We're already committed to each other. He's just like, I don't really see a need for it right now. But for me, being a girl, obviously we always dream about getting married and wearing a wedding dress and all that kind of stuff. Sorry if the lighting's going in and out, the sun's coming in and out. But I think for me, I do wish that we were married just to experience that, to, you know, further our relationship, for the boys. And also for me, it's very strange when I go places and I have to say my boyfriend. I feel like people assume that I'm not with the father of my children and I'm with somebody else who is now my boyfriend, which makes me feel a little weird. So I definitely wish I could say fiance or husband. So yeah, do wish I was married. Okay, next assumption. I assume you never yell at the boys or fight with Harris. Now, I'm a human being. Of course, I'm not going to whip out the camera and set it up so I can reprimand the kids or during a fight with Harris or anything like that. So clearly what you're seeing on YouTube and Instagram is like a highlights reel of my life. It's all the best moments. I'm not going to take the camera out and vlog the tough moments or the frustrating moments or the moments that I'm super overstimulated and I lose my temper a little bit, but I am a human and so those things do happen. I think just like any mom, I do feel a lot of guilt when it does happen, when I do lash out at the boys, or if I'm very overstimulated and I just feel like I can't contain my emotions because, like I said, I'm a human and it happens. But I always try and like apologize to the boys and tell them, you know, it's not you, it's me. I'm overstimulated. There's a lot going on. I'm frustrated. I need a few minutes. I need to take a break. I need to step away, all that kind of stuff. So I think it's very human-like and normal to get frustrated, and it's Definitely not the best answer or the right answer to yell at your kids, but sometimes it does happen, and I'm not going to lie and say I'm a perfect parent and that doesn't happen and I don't yell at my kids, because I do get overstimulated and frustrated sometimes, or if something happens, my initial reaction is to yell, which is not the right reaction, but it's just what happens inside of me. Like if something spills, I'll be like, oh no, you know? But yeah, you guys clearly never see that because I'm not going to pick up my camera and vlog me yelling at the boys or yelling at Harris or getting mad or getting frustrated or getting overstimulated or anything like that. So you guys aren't seeing that. So it's very easy for you guys to look at me and think that I'm a perfect parent who doesn't yell at their kids or fight with their boyfriend or anything like that just because it's not happening on camera. But let me tell you, I'm human and it does happen, and I do feel a lot of guilt for it sometimes, especially when it happens with the boys, but I try and, you know, work through it with them and explain why I yelled and why I got frustrated and all that kind of stuff. So yes, I do yell. Somebody said, I assume the boys are extremely calm. And in the same respect, what you guys are seeing on YouTube is like a highlights reel of my life. If the boys are acting very crazy, not listening, I'm getting frustrated, there's a lot going on, I'm not gonna whip out the camera. That's not my first instinct, is to whip out the camera and show you guys the chaos. My instincts are usually whip out the camera, show cute moments, share my life, share our routine, share our day-to-day, you know, what's going on. So you guys typically see the boys in a calmer state, a happier state, a more playful state. You rarely ever see the boys in a super chaotic, screaming, fighting state. You know, the boys are at an age now where there's a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting, a lot of he said, he hit me, I hit him, yada, yada, yada. All that stuff I'm not capturing on camera in my normal videos. So you guys aren't seeing that. So you just assume the boys are super calm, never fight, never cry, never throw tantrums, which they're human toddlers, they're normal toddlers. And so all that does happen, you guys just aren't seeing it in my vlogs. Okay, we have a few more here. I feel like I'm getting through these pretty quickly. Also, I'm so sorry for the lighting going in and out. Like I said, I use natural lighting, so I hope you guys don't mind that. And I also feel like it's reflecting off of my fireplace and creating like a smudge or like a line on my camera. Is that better maybe? I don't know. But next assumption. Somebody assumed that I'm a cool mom. And I would like to say, I do think I am a cool mom. I am a younger mom. I feel like I'm in with the times. I try and keep up on trends. I think a Gen Z. I don't even know. I'm born in 1997. So I think I'm like, what is it called? A zillennial? Am I like right on the cusp, I think maybe? Definitely don't consider myself a millennial. I would think I'm a cool mom. I would have to say I'm a pretty cool mom. I think I dress cool. I think I dress the boys cool. Thanks to Harris's mom. She's definitely a cool grandma. She always gets the boys such cool clothes. So I feel like I'm a cool mom. I dress them cool. I look cool. I'm young. I'm in with the times. So I would say this assumption is correct. I would also assume that I'm a cool mom. Next assumption is I have a very disciplined lifestyle. Now, I'm not too sure what you mean by this, but I'm assuming like eating right, working out, just like being disciplined in my day-to-day life, which I don't work out. I would think I eat like decently well. I would say I eat decently well, but if I want a snack or if I want candy, Harris and I love our candy, so I'm gonna indulge and have some snacks and candy. So I would think I'm very, what's the word? Like balanced in my life, where there is, you know, some good eating with some bad eating, some, you know, good lifestyle choices with some bad lifestyle choices, because I do drink and stuff like that. And I know some people who are like super disciplined and healthy and don't drink alcohol. So I would say I'm very balanced in my lifestyle. I wouldn't say I'm like extremely disciplined. Next assumption. I assume you're a loving mother, which I too would assume that I'm a loving mother. I feel like the boys and I have a very positive relationship. Like I said, there are days and instances where I do lose my cool because I'm a human and that does happen. But I would say all in all, I'm a very loving mom. I love my hugs. I love my kisses. I love affection. I love like making the boys feel good, like saying how proud I am of them, telling them that they look handsome, telling them that they're doing a good job at whatever they're doing. I love to affirm what they're doing and make them feel good about themselves. I feel like I'm very hands-on, I'm very interactive with them, I play with them, I mean, I'm with them every single day aside from when they're at school. So I too would assume that I'm a loving mom. Somebody said, I assume you're very manageable with your tasks, or I guess they're trying to say that I manage my tasks very well, which I too would agree that I do manage my tasks very well. I've talked about this before, but I love making a small to-do list every day and setting an attainable goal for myself. So usually around the house, I have one thing that I like to get done, whether that's laundry, which I do need to put the boys' laundry in today, whether that be laundry, cleaning one room, you know, setting a little like task for myself, like if I have to build something, if I want to deep clean one area, if I want to like do something around the house for the boys, like a craft or set something up, I try and set like one attainable goal a day. That way I'm not setting a whole bunch or a whole big list of things to do for a day and feeling very overwhelmed and like I can't get it done. And then if it doesn't get done, feeling down on myself and kind of falling into that cycle of procrastination, excuse me, and just like putting things off because there's just so much to do. So I try and manage what I have to do by spreading it out over the 7 days and just picking one easy thing to get done a day so that I know it can get done. I can check that off the list and move on to the next task tomorrow. Let's see, I answered this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, I answered everything except one, so we're gonna end off with this one. And someone said, I assume you are lonely a lot, which is very interesting. I guess because in my vlogs, it's mainly me and the boys, like rarely ever am I interacting with someone else in my vlogs, aside from when I go out with my friends, Casey and Julia, or, you know, if I'm like in Florida with my family. I feel like a lot of the times I just don't show other people because being on the internet is not for everyone. Having a camera in your face is not for everyone. Vlogging, all that kind of stuff is not for everyone. So like I said with Harris, I don't share him a lot, even though he is here in the background or he's at work for the day. He is here, we live together, we're together, everything like that. I think people assume that I'm a single stay-at-home mom all by myself. So I could kind of see where you're saying that. And like when we go to Harris's parents' house or we go to do something with his family, I rarely ever pull up the camera and fully share it because I don't feel like putting his family on the internet for everyone to see as well. I feel like I'm very, like I try to keep my channel just to me and the boys. I do share my friends Casey and Julia because Casey vlogs, so she understands it, and Julia has always been super supportive of my YouTube channel ever since I told them, and she loves watching my vlogs. So people who get it and understand it, like my family, they're all very supportive. So when we do things or when I go stay with my mom or my mom's staying with us, I openly vlog and everyone's okay with it. And Harris's family is very supportive. They all know about it. But like I said, it's more foreign to them, so I'm not going to just pull my camera out and put it in their faces. I'm sure if I did and I wanted to vlog while we were at their house or doing something, they wouldn't have anything negative to say about it. But a lot of the time I feel like I just try and keep my channel to me and to my boys and to just sharing my perspective on my life and what I do. So I can understand where people assume I'm alone a lot of the time, which Monday through Friday I'm pretty much home alone with the boys. So that way I'm truly alone then, but I don't feel lonely. I have people around me, I just don't really show it on my channel, and I have very few friends, and we try to make plans, but we all are adults now and have varying lifestyles. Like my friend Julia is a nurse, my friend Ashley is a nurse, my friend Casey, she goes into the city a lot, she has plans with her boyfriend, so sometimes it's very hard for us to line up our schedules. But when I do see them, a lot of the times I do vlog it, which is like once or twice a month. So yeah, I guess I can understand where you think I'm lonely just because I'm alone a lot, but being alone and being lonely are totally different. And I would say I don't feel very lonely. I have the boys in my lives and they definitely keep me active, keep me engaged. I love interacting with them. So I wouldn't say I'm lonely a lot, but I would say I'm alone a lot in all my videos. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this assumptions video. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me react to some of your assumptions. Hope you guys learned a little bit more about me and my life and my perspective on things. And if you haven't done so already, head on down there and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Friday. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.